Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be transforming myself into Ursula from The Little Mermaid. So, if you guys are interested in seeing this look, then keep watching. I glued my brows down off camera because you guys have seen me do that a million times, so I'm just jumping right into sketching out the character. I really wanted to start with the mouth first, since I feel like that's the focal point of her face, and then I'm just going to work my way up. As you guys know, I love using eyeshadow to map out the features. This just allows me to get a good visual of where I want everything to go, but it's super easy to wipe away if you make a mistake. I think it's so cool that they modeled Ursula after the drag queen Divine, especially at a time when drag was so taboo. You know, they were definitely ahead of the game. Doing the eyes is always the hardest part of any character for me, but especially for Ursula, they kind of gave her almost like a cut crease, which basically means that you have two different defined eyelids. So that was just really tough getting the placement down for both of those and also making them symmetrical. I originally wasn't planning on using a bald cap, but her facial features took up more room than I expected, so I needed more room. Not to mention, it's way easier gluing props on top of a bald cap than it is on top of your head, because you don't really have to be careful. I usually finish mapping out the whole body before I even start thinking about paper pieces, but I realized that I really needed to figure out how much space her chin was going to block before I could even draw on her lower half, so I'm just measuring that out now, and I got so excited creating her chin that I just moved right on to drawing up her hair. Now I'm just putting those props to the side for later, and I'm going to start filling in everything with paint. I'm using the Mehren Paradise palette for all of my paints. This paint is not only the best paint I've ever used, but it's also just so convenient. They literally have every color in here and it lasts forever. A lot of people think I'm sponsored by them, but I just really love their paint. I'm not sponsored. I get a lot of questions on how I get such clean paint strokes without it getting streaky, and I have to say, using a small brush is the way to go. It definitely takes longer than using a bigger brush, but you get it right the first time and you don't have to add a ton of layers. Before you get started on your mouth, you're going to want to grab something to eat because you've got another 2 hours to go. So I'm just powering up on some Reese's Cups, which isn't a great idea to stay motivated, but I was weak. When I'm painting, I like to fill in all the areas that require one specific color at a time. So I started out with all of the purple first, then all of the blue, and now I'm going in with all of my white sections. You get the point. It just makes it a lot easier, especially when you have a really detailed piece, because you'd be surprised at how many times I completely miss a section of paint and not realize until the very end. When I put the red on my lips here, it just all came together. I just get so excited watching these back. I just live for these illusions. Her outer eyeshadow was a little bit more of a taupey purple, so I just grabbed a gray eyeshadow and I tinted it to match the reference picture just a little more. Now for outlining, which is my favorite part by the way, because it just really brings the character to life, but I'm using the Hydro Color paint by Wolf FX for this, and wax-based paints are perfect for line work because it just adds maximum pigment, but it glides on effortlessly. Alright, so once we're finished with that, it's on to sticking on those props. I use spirit gum to apply these, and you're going to want to wait a few minutes for them to get tacky before popping them on, or else they're just going to slide around like crazy. To keep the illusion strong, I'm just blacking out any excess features that we're not using just to make them fade into the background. Now that my chin's on, it's time to draw in her necklace and dress. First, I'm just grabbing a wet Q-tip and wiping away some of that purple to make room for the shell. So I'm painting that area yellow, and then I'm drawing in those lines and also adding the shading to the opening area of the shell just to create a little bit of depth. Then it's on to the final touches. I'm just getting her shell earrings in there, I'm drawing on her lashes, attaching those gem stickers as her pupils, and I'm making her lips a little more vibrant using a red cream crown by Nye. And of course, last but not least, I'm just drawing on her dress. I saved this for last minute because it literally has no details in it to worry about, so you just need to draw 2 bumps, fill it in, and you're good to go. And this is the finished look, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and are there any other Disney characters that you'd like to see? Villains preferably. I don't know why, I just really like doing the villains. But anyway, yeah. If you like this video, give me a like down below, and you can also subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, stay creative.